Visit CCGCastle.com and get 5% discount on your purchase with TCG Center 5 code. Check the description or visit CCG Castle for more. How's it going, guys? Once again, welcome back to Pokemon TCG Center, and today we'll be looking at the deck for the standard format, Primal Clash on for the season 2016-2017. And this is a Turbo Giratina EX featuring Reshiram and Hydreigon as support. What is really interesting about Reshiram is definitely a Turbo Blaze ability, which says that once during your turn, if this Pokemon is your active, you might attach a Fire Energy card from your hand to one of your Dragon Pokemons on the bench. So basically, you can attach double Dragon Energy, Fire Energy, and Max Elixir for another Fire Energy, and you can have turn 1 Chaos Wheel ready to roll for 110 and lock your opponent from playing Tool cards, Special Energies, and the most important, Stadium card. So in my opinion, it's very, very good card. On the other side, what is really good about this deck also that I'm running those Crushing Hammers, and pretty much with flipping a coin and getting the heads on the coin flip, you can discard pretty much special or basic energy attached from one of your Pokemon, your opponent's Pokemon in play. Also, this is very good because with the Team Flare Grunt, you can just scrap your opponent active Pokemon energy, and I guess those two cards actually goes pretty well. The other disruptive supporter in this deck is going to be a Delinquent, because you can discard any Stadium card in play, and if you do, your opponent discards 3 cards from his or her hand. Since I can see that a lot of people are going to play Mega Rayquaza, especially the colorless one with the Jolteon in the future, I definitely can see this deck rolling very well against it, because you can scrap easily Stadium. You have that Range and Guard pulls, which prevent your opponent Mega Rayquaza from damaging your Giratina, but also you can just easily scrap those energies with Crushing Hammers and Team Flare Grunts, but the most important thing, you can just easily scrap the Stadium card from play and limit your opponent chance dramatically. So I'm running 10 Pokemons, 38 trainer cards, and 12 energies in total. 3 Shaymis for the setup. Very important for this is just because you actually want to have turn 1 Giratina ready as fast as you can. Also, 3 Giratina EX is the main attacker, 1 Hydreigon EX for that Dragon Road, but also with the Shred, who can actually hit for 80 and is not affected by any of your opponent's active Pokemon's abilities. So pretty much with 1 of your Fighting Fear Belt attached on the Hydreigon EX, you can just easily go through the safeguard of the Carbink. 2 Reshirams with the Turbo Blaze and 1 Hoopa for the set. Maybe Pokemon list is a little limited, but I find to work very well. 4 Crushing Hammers. The most important thing, 2 Escape Ropes. Pretty much you can actually just easily remove one of your active Pokemons with one of your benched Pokemons, but the most important thing, if you manage to see Jolteon attacking you, you can just easily negate his attack effect with Escape Rope. But the most important thing, that Ranger will actually be printed in the future, and this card will go definitely in this deck. 4 Max Elixirs, 4 Trainer's Mails, same as the 4 Ultra Balls and 4 Phase Seekers in this deck. Pretty much I love them. The only thing that considers me maybe should be adding 1 Super Road instead of 1 Escape Rope. That could definitely be a good tech. That's just up to you. You can definitely see how it works, but I guess if you can have turn 1 Giratina, discard as many energies as you can from your opponent's Pokemon, a lot of decks will depend on the special energies in the future, so I guess that's just pretty much not necessary at all. From supporter cards, there's 1 Delinquent, Hex Maniac, so you can actually shut down those abilities, especially on Greninjas, maybe even Vileplume if you see it in the action. A single Lysander, 2 N, and 4 Professor Sycamore, which is 6 supporter cards for the draw. I also add that 1 Team Flare Grunt. It's printed in Generation, that means that it will be legal for the future. From Stadiums, 2 Skyfields, just for the turn 1, so you can actually set up maybe 2 Giratinas, so you can actually go between attacking with 2 of your Giratinas. But also later you can actually just play Delinquent and scrap those Hoopas and Shaymis from the bench, so you actually have pretty decent stand-up against your opponent. 2 Fighting Fury Belts, 2 float stones, which is definitely a good combo, and also running those 4 double dragon energies and 8 fire energies, which is 12 energies in total. Also, if you're looking maybe to something else, you can maybe decide to go with those bursting balloons, but I don't see point of playing bursting balloons, especially with Giratina, because you have 4 crushing hammers and you just want to get rid as many energies as your opponent have in play. So basically you're just trying to limit your opponent from actually playing energy cards and doing any kind of damage to your Giratinas in play. So if you're looking for any of these cards, as usual, you can find them on CCGCastle.com. With TCG Center 5 code, you can get 5% discount on your purchase if you are a new customer to the store, so definitely keep that in mind. And also, you can find the link in my video description. So let's move to some gameplay so you can actually see the deck in the real action. Alright guys, so let's try to get heads and actually thinking maybe about going second or first, but I will try to go first just because I can actually set up turn 1 a little bit better, but I can also know what my opponent plays. So I started with my Hoopa in the active spot. I guess that's the Nightmare to get. Oh, it's a Night March on the other side, so it's going to be a very, very interesting playing against Night March. At least I can take 2 mulligans right here, so that's at least something. Alright, I guess I will go with my Ultra Ball for that Lysander and Professor Sycamore my turn 1, probably for the Shaman. I'm looking to get some of my energy cards, but yeah, pretty much if I can actually just lock out my opponent Night March deck, he definitely needs to play double colorless energy, so it's pretty much GG on turn 2, I guess. Alright, so there's a Reshiram, which is definitely a very good opening hand. That Ultra Ball is going to give me something like Giratina actually instead of that Shaman, and I'm going to attach first that Trader's Mail. Oh, there's Escape Rope, which is definitely very good. So I can actually promote my Reshiram in the active spot. I can have that Turbo Blaze, and I can have my Double Dragon Energy, plus I can have my Sycamore for the 7 new cards. I still didn't play any kind of the Shamans. I also didn't play any kind of the Max Elixirs. There's a lot of Max Elixirs sitting and ready. Let's see, the first one is going to be a Fire Energy. So that means that I have turn 1 Giratina ready to attack. I'm going to play my Trainer's Mail right there. It's a Hex Maniac or Team Flare Grunt, so I guess I will grab a Hex Maniac. So I think that's that easy. That game should definitely does not last more than like I should say probably 2 turns. So I guess I just need to pass the turn right here. I need to find a way out to retreat if my opponent will not be able to do not enough damage to actually knock out my Reshiram right here. So there's a double Chorus Energy and Shaman for 2. He definitely needs to find a way out to knock out my Giratina on the bench. If he can't do that, it's pretty much, I guess, over for him. So there's a Float Stone for that Shaman and Professor Sycamore for 7. Oh, I see just a single Lampent in his discard pile, so that means that he can only do 20 damage at this moment. Luckily, I have the Crushing Hammer, even if he's not going to be able to one-hit knock out my Giratina. So there's a puzzle of time. There's always a good chance that he have a second one in his hand, so there's a Bell Compressor. So he can discard probably 3 more Lampents, so he can have 4 in his discard pile. Alright, so 3 Lampents and 1 Poopkaboo. And there's a second Bell Compressor, so I guess right now he can do 80, 90 damage, so he needs 2 more Night Marches to be able to knock out my Reshiram, but what he can do after that? I mean, I don't have 2 special energies attached on my Giratina, so that's actually a little bit of the problem for my opponent. But Lysander can solve the things definitely for a 1 turn, I guess. So let's see what he's going to promote right there. If you watched actually US Nationals, you can definitely see how Night March player actually play Enhanced Hammer and Zerasek in a single turn and actually managed to scrap 2 special energies from the Giratina. In this situation, he can only scrap like one double Dragon energy. That's pretty much all that you can do against Giratina. So, oh, and there's actually Escape Rope and 6 Night Marches in his discard pile. So that's definitely 130 or 130. Which means that he can knock out my Reshiram. But the question is, will he do that? There's a puzzle of time. The question is, are they 2 puzzles in his hand or just a single one? Of course, he can always grab that escape rope, force me to go. Oh, yeah, I know what he planning to do right there. I just need to do a quick calculation. Let me see. There's like 6 Night Marches in his discard pile. I guess I will promote just another Reshiram in this situation. I don't want to take any damage counter to my Giratina on the bench. He can actually just Float Stone retreat that Shaman and take a knockout. Or just pass the turn. But if he decides to pass the turn, I guess I can just Crashing Hammer him. There's another Shaman EX, so let's see what he's going to do. So that setup is going to give him 5 new cards. 2 teammates. Are those... Oh, no, just a single one. And there's another Trainer's Mail. So even if he does not knock out my Reshiram, I can always just go with my Crushing Hammer, or maybe if I can top deck some kind of VA Seeker, maybe... So he decided to do that easy with a Trader's Mail. And there's an Acrobike, so Acrobike and a Trainer's Mail. Alright, even one more Turbo Blaze and another Double Dragon Energy can actually unlock another Chaos Wheel, and that's definitely a nightmare for the Night March. So 7 Pokemons already played in his discard pile, or 7 Night Marchers, and there we go with Giratina EX. So Chaos Wheel is going to be rolled out. And I guess I can even just use right here a Hex Maniac. Why not? And let's go with the Chaos Wheel for the knockout. So he can play Shamans. He can only just grab pretty much something like a teammate for into cards. But as you can see, my opponent cannot play Pokemon Tool cards. My opponent cannot play Special Energy cards, and he can't play any kind of the Stadium cards. So without Joltik, he can't attack. So it's pretty much GG on my turn 2. Even if I go first, I would just be able to knock out my opponent, and he was not able to recover for that. Without that, a new supporter card. I guess it's a Pokemon Ranger. So let's move to the game number 2. Alright guys, so welcome to the game number 2. My opponent just hits the tails for me, which means that I go first, and let's see. I would rather go, I guess, second than first, because I can actually scrap the energy from my opponent Pokemon in play. Had that turn 1 Giratina, Chaos Wheel, so never mind for that. Let's see what he is going to do. So I'm start with, I opened very good. I should definitely say that. Oh, it's Giratina on the other side. So, let's see. A Turbo Blaze. I guess I play a much faster deck than my opponent. So I have much more chance to do something right there. So there's a Trainer's Mail for a Delinquent. I'm definitely going to take that Delinquent. If I can hit Ultra Ball, I will discard it. Nope, but I have that Professor Sycamore, and I guess I will just take that Professor Sycamore and discard all of my supporter cards from the hand. I don't need any of them. I just need those Max Elixirs, Giratina. I need a Skyfield. There is one Double Dragon Energy. There is even Max Elixir. There is also one more Fire Energy, and the most important thing, Fighting Fury Belt, and after that I can roll with my Hoopa like a boss for 3 more EXs. So I'm going to take my Hydreigon, Giratina, and one of my Shamans. And look at the turn 1, it's just terrific. I can have free retreat right now with my Reshiram, which is the most important thing. I go with the setup right here for the 5 new extra cards, and after that, pretty much, oh, there's one more max elixir, so let's see, will there be one more energy? Yes, it would be. So, how many max elixirs I played? 2 of them. A trainer's mail for the Ultra Ball. Why not? Let's see, another trainer's mail. A Lysander. Alright. I guess it's definitely good. I'm going to pass the turn right here. I will just keep my Reshiram in the active spot because I have Stadium in play. I can actually further treat it. What I'm looking to do next turn is probably I'm going to Crushing Hammer, Lysander his Giratina on the bench, and pretty much Chaos Will him. So he can't play those Double Dragon energies. And I'm happy with that, definitely. I almost have a second Giratina ready to attack. Alright, Hoopa, say goodbye. Thank you, Hoopa, for your support, but I don't need you anymore. Okay. So if he Lysander any of my Pokemons on the bench, I can actually escape with my escape rope or with just single energy attachment, which is terrific. I just need to get rid of his energy from the Xerneas. That Geomancy is going to give him a bit of acceleration. Sycamore. Oh, double Lysander and Aromatisse. I really like that. I really like the idea of playing double Lysander, but sometimes I just don't have too many space in my decks, and I just play a single one because I see that a lot of top players actually play a single Lysander because they actually want to have more space for some other cards, and that's the reason why I actually do something like that. So he's definitely going for that Aromatisse. I guess I can Lysander his Spritzy on the bench and get the knockout over the Spritzy. So he can't actually use those fairy transfers. But of course, first of all, I need to get hands on my Crushing Hammer so I can actually discard his fairy energy from one of his Xerneas. And once I hit with the Chaos Wheel, it's pretty much GG for him. He can't be so fast like I am because I just have already 5 energies in play, and my opponent will have definitely 2 of his with that Geomancy, but he will not be able to play those Double Dragon Special Energy cards, and without Double Dragon Special Energy you can't just do pretty much nothing. So there is a 1 Geomancy and a second one. I really like the idea playing Xerneas in Giratina, but trust me, I much more prefer the option that I actually do right here with my Fire Energies and with my Reshiram. So let's go with Lysander for that Spritzy. I'm going to retreat. And I'm going to hit with the Chaos Wheel, so no Aromatisse for my opponent, which means no Fairy Transfer, plus no more Tool cards, Special Energies, or Stadium for him. So he can definitely try to use his Xerneas as Rainbow Spear attack, but only for 200, so he needs to somehow scrap my Fighting Fury Belt. For the next turn, I definitely have my Escape Rope ready. So I guess I can even use Escape Rope maybe for his Giratina on the bench. But yeah, I mean, he's locked up. He cannot attack with his Giratina. The only thing he can do is try somehow to attack with his Xerneas. And that's right now the only attacker who can actually hit me for 200. But since I have a Fighting Fury Belt, I will not be knocked out without Xerosic or Starling Megaphone. And I guess this is just a nightmare again for my opponent. I don't believe I will be actually able to record a normal and long match because I just play such disruptive deck, to be honest, and I will do my best. So there's another Xerneas, so he can definitely go with that Geomancy and somehow try to attack with his Xerneas. Definitely Geomancy, probably for 2 more Fairy Energies on those Bansheed Xerneas. But the question is how many Fairy Energies you play in your deck. That's the biggest concern. I would assume maybe 6, maybe 8. I should say 8 maximum, because you actually need to have 4 double dragon energies. And let's see. Yeah, probably Geomancy for 2 of his Zerny. Oh, no, he decided to go with Giratina. Alright. Alright, 2 energies down to Giratina. That means that the next turn I'm going to play my escape rope right here, so first of all I will play Crushing Hammer first. There's a Hats. Alright. Do I want to play N? Why not? More Crushing Hammers, more energy discarded, I guess. But also I need to get a second Giratina ready to be prepared for attack. So another Chaos Wheel will bring me another 110 damage. So he can't attach special energy cards from his hand. And actually, if he wants to attack, you need to have Grass and Psychic Energy ready. But that's 2 more turns of attaching energy cards, and I guess he is just in a big trouble. So what I'm looking to do for the next turn, probably just hitting with the Chaos Wheel until my opponent decides to concede. I mean, he should definitely go with those Xerneases right there, because they are the only attackers, actually, who can attack with the 3 energies for that Rainbow Spear. But then again, I have those Crushing Hammers and my Team Flare Grunt, so even if he tries to do that, I can actually just easily execute his energy attachments, and he is just blocked up. Alright, so let's see. Another Trainer's Mail. Can he get something what he can use? He definitely needs another Spritzy. So with another Spritzy, he can have somehow chance actually to use that Fairy Transfer, so he can actually use that Rainbow Spear. So I need to stay prepared pretty much by going on with my Professor Sycamore on the next turn. Oh, so he actually decided to quit, so let's move to the game number 3. Alright guys, so welcome back to this Turbo Giratina deck testing. I lost the coin flip, which means that I'm going to start probably second. Alright. I'd really like to go second with this deck. Especially if I can start with my Reshiram and something like a Hoopa. So I can actually have turn 1 Giratina ready for that Chaos Wheel for 110 damage with a turn 1. So, starting with my Giratina, and that's pretty much all that I have. I hope that Trainer's Mail is going to give me something nice. Something like an Ultra Ball for the Hoopa. On the other side, it's a Yveltal. Oh, Town Map. Pretty decent. 3 energies in this prize cards. Always good to see, especially. Oh, there's a Hoopa. Especially if you play a deck with attackers who actually needs like 2 or 3 energies to be able to attack. So that Sconda Ring will give my opponent a chance to draw up to 3 EXs. So I expect something like a Giratina, Yveltal, and Shaman. Okay. Giratina, Yveltal, Shaman, so what the heck is going right there? So you're playing what? Double Dragon, Double Chorus, and Darkness Energies? I can handle that, definitely. I can handle this. Probably. Only thing that concerns me right here is that Evil Ball, Yveltal EX. That's the biggest threat right here, to be honest. Say hello to my Crushing Hammer. Like a boss. Ultra Ball. This is very good. Let's go with the Ultra Ball for 1 of my energies and for the Lysander. Come on, give me the Hoopa. There's a Hoopa. There's a King. So Hoopa, it's going to give me a something like, I guess, another Giratina, Hydreigon, and a Shaman. So I can actually do pretty decent stuff right there. Alright. A Hydreigon, a Giratina, a Max Elixir. Alright, this hurts a lot. When you actually play Max Elixir and when you miss energy attachment, that's just because you have 3 energies. You have 5 energies in your hand. Okay, I can handle that. I guess. That was just a nightmare for me, I guess. Yeah. I missed that Max Elixir attachment. There's a Bleeding Wing for my opponent. He can actually go with 1 energy to his Evil Toll on the bench. Hopefully I can get something like an N on a top deck. I really need the N. No, I just pull another Fire Energy card. This really hurts. And it hurts a lot. And right now I miss my Lysander actually, and my Lysander for Hoopa, so he can't actually play anything, like just searching for maybe possibly retreat. And then again, there's a Max Elixir, but probably he's not going to be able to hit that Max Elixir because already 4 Darkness Energy is in play, and I assume that he played maximum 8, so no chance for that Max Elixir as I mentioned it. Another Darkness Energy and another Oblivion Wing for 30. Alright, so I'm definitely in a huge trouble right here. He can't attach anything. What the heck is going on right there? Another Chaos Wheel. I mean, I pulled like 6 energies in a row. This is just ridiculous. I mean, in real life, you will probably, once in your life, drop something like 7 energies. And right now, I can just expect that Evil Ball for a lot of damage. Quickly, Matt will says it's 140, but it's not enough for the knockout. I guess I just... Oh, there's a Trainer's Mail, but I need N. I just found a Float Stone. But I need N definitely. Oh, I should go with my Sky Return right there instead of energy attachment to my Giratina. Never mind. I can still win this, I guess. All I really need is just something like Reshiram. Something like first of all, something like maybe Shaman as a top deck. Let's go with Hoopa in the active. It can absorb some damage. Oh, there is Shaman. Yeah, I need to find a lot of cards. I need to find something like a Reshiram right here, Escape Rope, and a Double Dragon Energy from 3 cards. There's a Double Dragon Energy, but there's no sign of the Reshiram, so I guess I will just pass the turn for now. Luckily, I managed to find that Team Flare Grant, which is definitely a good one. It helps me to scrap one of my opponent Darkness Energies from that Evil Toll, so he can pick between attaching a energy to Giratina or Evil Toll. What's the primary objective right here for him? He's definitely in a weaker position than me, because I can actually start to use another Chaos Wheel on my next turn, so that's definitely very good. So there's a Battle Compressor, probably he has V-Seeker in his hand, so he is looking to discard some supporter cards in this situation, which can actually help him. Something like a Xerxes can help you a lot in this situation, because you can actually scrap your opponent Double Dragon Energy, and that can actually help you a lot. Oh, so he decided to go with the Lysander and with the AZ. And that AZ can actually remove Evil Toll from play. But then again, without any kind of energy attachment, you will not do anything. But if he have just a single Darkness Energy, he can go with energy to his Evil Toll, and he can just AZ his Evil Toll EX from the active spot. And after that, use that Oblivion Wing and attach energy onto his... Oh, so he actually decides just to run down to the bench. And that Oblivion Wing will going to hit me for 30. 1 Darkness Energy is going to be attached probably to the Evil Toll EX. I assume that. Oh, I would like to get something like V-Seeker on the top deck, so I can just go with the knockout for that Evil Toll on the bench. Let's see. Oh, interesting. Oh, there's a Trainer's Mail. There's a good chance for the V-Seeker. It's not V-Seeker, but it's Crushing Hammer. It's not to throw away, especially when your opponent cannot play special energies after that Chaos Wheel. If that heads on the Crushing Hammer was heads, that would be just terrific, because I would scrap the Darkness Energy from his Evil Tile, and he would not be able to actually attack me. So he decided to promote his Chaos Wheel Giratina in the active spot, knowing that he can't attach any kind of special energy. But of course, if he promotes the Shaman, he knows that I can actually one-hit knock out his Shaman. So even after that terrifying opening hand with like 6 energies in a row, I actually somehow managed to get control in this game. Whew, let's see. I still have 2 energies in my hand ready, so I guess I will probably bench down my another Giratina, and I will start to attach them to my another Giratina EX. This is definitely not a good position for my opponent. There's an AZ, and he's going to remove that Shaman from play. So that means no Lysander this turn. A Lysander would be just a painful, I guess. Probably not that much, because I have Floatstone attached to my Hoopa, and he just decided to quit. So 3 games in a row, as you can see, my opponents were not able to do pretty much nothing, and that's what you actually expect from your opponents in a real life when you actually will go and play this deck against them. So once again, I hope you guys enjoy watching this video. Don't forget to hit that like button, share this video, of course, with your friends. Let me know what you think about it in the comments below, and the most important thing, don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more future videos. I hope you, once again, you will definitely give me a positive criticism to this deck list, because I really enjoy playing it, and it's really, really devastating for your opponents. So once again, thanks for watching, and goodbye.